is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Animation Revaluation podcast. I am your host, Lizer, and with me, as always, is Jay. What's up, Jay?
What's good?
What's good? How was your week, man?
Quiet for the most part. Not. I've been miserable, kind of because of the heat, but I'll live.
You sure about that?
I'm not dead yet.
You sure about that?
At least not on the outside. Maybe on the inside.
Are you really sure you're you and you're not like a cat?
All right, here we go. All right. Listen, I don't need any more existential crises. Okay, no more. I already do that enough at fucking 3 a.m. No more.
It's 2021. I'm not dealing with this bullshit.
Man.
Yeah. So.
What about you?
Anyway. Nah, I had a good week. It wasn't that bad. But we watched a little something this week.
Yeah.
Some people might know it, some people might not. It's called A Whisker Away. Netflix original, quote unquote. What makes it a Netflix original?
You got me, bro.
Netflix didn't make it. They just put it up on their service. Anyway, we watched that. It's called Whisker Away. Interesting little thing. It's about I don't know how old she is. I want to say she's like maybe late middle to early high school age, but it's a girl named Mio Sasaki. I don't know. I don't know how to say her last name. Her name's Mio, and she is a like hyper eccentric girl, the type that like doesn't really have many friends, but the friend she does have is like super close to her, if that makes any sense. I feel like everyone knows somebody like that, right?
I definitely have my handful. Those.
So yeah, she's basically our main character, our heroine, and she has a crush on a fellow classmate of hers named Kento Hinode. What happened?
I almost said Tadano.
Let's see. Their relationship is he tries to get through the day at school and she just harasses him with her love. And he's like, "Stop, please. Get away."
It hurts.
He's fucking Sasuke Uchiha, basically. But she has this huge crush on him, harasses him all the time. I'm trying to like paraphrase like what happens in the movie. There's early on we see that there was like this festival, like the average Japanese festival where there's like all the stalls and fireworks and like kimonos and all that type of stuff. And at this festival she apparently meets a mystical cat mask salesman. And I don't mean like a person selling cat masks, I mean an actual cat that's selling masks. Let me see if I have a picture of him. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, he's actually a cat. He's a magic cat. He can like transform and like manipulate his body so he can fit into like small spaces and stuff like that. He's magic. And he sells her this cat mask that allows her to transform into the world's cutest cat, which is here. Look at that. I'm gonna be honest, 99% of the reason that I suggested this movie for us to watch this week was because the cat was cute as hell. Like if I'm gonna be completely
You're
open
spot
and
on.
honest.
You're spot on. That was just cute.
um. So in her newfound cat form, she decides she's going to basically stalk Kento, and he had a dog. He had like a childhood dog that passed away named, I believe, Taro. And he sees this cat as a reincarnation of his dog, so he takes care of it and like talks to it, and I swear to God he like tries to make out with it, because like scenes like this keep happening and they're like, oh, he's just smelling it, it smells like sunshine. I don't know what sunshine smells like, but you don't need to get up and like lip distance of your cat. Anyway. So she sticks around in cat form, and like basically his whole family takes care of her in the cat form, and she gets to learn about like the troubles he has at home, like his grandfather question mark runs like a pottery studio.
Yeah.
And he's hoping to like,
It's like on the roof, I think, or something like that.
it's yeah, something like that. And he's hoping to like follow in the footsteps, but apparently it's such a big thing in the community that they're in that they basically make no money, and they can't keep it going. Here's the grandpa and him doing pot together.
Nice.
And he basically like vents to her all the time about like his issues and stuff. And the issue with that is, again, she's in love with him, and like madly. Like there's a scene where she like hears some people talking shit about him, and she fucking jumps off a building to confront them. Like she's fucking insane. It's not even the first time she jumps off a building, because she drops the mask at one point, and we see this, and she just leaps off the roof to get the mask. Bitch is suicidal.
Oh man, she's like, I got no worries in the world when she jumped.
Cats
It's
have
like-
9 lives, I guess.
I guess so. You only got one.
Yeah. But she like jumps off the roof to like stop these dudes from talking shit, and like it hurts her, and he sees this happen, and he's like, oh well, you dropped your lunch, so I'll share some of mine with you. And she's all happy about that, and she starts shouting like, these potatoes are salty. Like, I guess that's a good thing.
I guess some people just don't salt their potatoes.
But the thing with like the whole relationship that they have is, obviously he doesn't know that she's the cat girl, or that she's the cat. He only knows her as her, and the cat is a completely separate entity, because why the fuck would he think that? And she doesn't seem to comprehend that, and tries to like I don't want to say give hints. It's almost like as if she thinks he knows that she's the cat, and like the barrier isn't there, because he'll say stuff like, oh, I can't really say what's on my mind, and she's like, we're the same, I can't say what's on my mind. Like, he doesn't know that you were there. You can't
He
just
has
do that.
no idea.
Yeah, he's gonna think like his room is like bugged or something. Like, what the fuck? There's even
Spy camera.
yeah. There's even a scene where she's like, it's like early on in the school day, and she decides she's gonna give him like a confession letter like they do in Japan, and she gets ready to give it to him, and some dude in her class starts teasing her about it and snatches it from her hand and starts reading it out loud. And like she's kind of worried, kind of upset that it's happening, but she's so into this dude that she's like, I don't even care, let everyone know. So she doesn't really try that hard to get it. And he reads it out loud. He gets squashed underneath a desk.
The kid's dead.
And Hinode, we're expecting like a response from him, because at this point in the story he's kind of noticed the similarities between her and the cat a little bit. Like, he said some things like, oh, they both smell like sunshine, which I don't know what that means. I want to reiterate that I don't know what that means.
Smells like clean laundry.
That's the sunshine smells like clean laundry.
I don't know. That's my guess.
Sunshine.
I mean, the laundry smells good.
If you tell me you can smell the sun, that means your nose hairs are on fire. Because that's what the sun is. It's a ball of fire. Anyway.
And I said what I said.
We're expecting like some kind of reaction from him where he says like, you know, I'm kind of starting to like you, or yes, or something like that. Instead, he's like, no, I hate you.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. Like
That hurt me.
Up until that point in the movie, I was like, this is kind of childish. It's fine. It's like something to pass the time, but I'm not really all that into it. And then I saw her face, and she was crying but like smiling, and she's like, oh, you hate me that much, huh? And then she books it, and I was like, no.
Oh. I was like, wait a minute. Not like this.
Yeah. And like I said before, like she keeps on saying things like, oh, I can't say things out loud either. But we're at this point, we haven't been given anything, you know, concrete about her past or what she's going through, except that her father has remarried. And even that was a little confusing watching it, because to me the mothers looked the same at first. So I was like, is this her mom or is this her stepmom? I don't know. But she doesn't get along with her stepmom. Her mom, like her birth mom, apparently just like ditched her. I don't even remember what the reason is, if they gave one. I know me and you were talking about like she started an OnlyFans.
It's like, no, mom, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to see that.
This is her and her stepmom. And she's just like generally feeling like lonely, unaccepted, like that type of thing. So his denial of her was her breaking point. And this whole time the mask seller was telling her that she can permanently become a cat, but she would have to give up her human side. And she kept denying it. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to stay a human, just with the opportunity to be able to turn into a cat every once in a while. But this was her breaking point, and she decides, that's it, I just want to be a cat.
That boy Chonky.
Yeah. The big Chungus the cat.
Yeah.
So he takes her face and dips, and she's immediately like, no, wait, no, I take it back. But he's already gone. But she decides, let's try this out. So she's like living as a cat, not really doing anything outside of what she was already doing. But she's seeing like her friends are looking for her. Her parents are upset. Even her real mom came back to look for her. Like that kind of thing. It reminded me a lot of like that old ass Christmas movie where like the dude wishes he was never born, and then like the angel shows him like how life would be without him, and everyone's miserable.
Right.
It reminded me of that. I don't know what the hell that's called, but I'm sure everyone knows
I
about it.
had no clue, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's been done so many times. So she decides she wants her human form back. She starts looking for this dude, and she can't find him anywhere. And then lo and behold, she's there in human form, and we're like, what the fuck? I guess she got it back. But it's not her. Apparently, the stepmom over here, she has a cat, and the cat got her human face basically to teach her a lesson about being a good daughter, because the cat's like, she's had me for like 12 years and cats only live like 15 years, so I'm gonna die. But if I'm a human, I can be a good daughter for her and have like your life expectancy, so that's cool. So you're fucked.
They trade lifespans, really.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. And then like the mask dude, the mask seller dude, he takes half of the human lifespan. So I guess like if she was gonna live till 80, now the cat taking over her body will live to 40, I guess. But this cat doesn't actually want to stay as her. She just kind of wants to teach her a lesson. But she's like, nah, fuck that. So the cat, the stepmother's cat, drops like hints like, oh, you have to follow this path that you can only see if you're a cat. And she sees the path, and it's like a red path on the floor. And she's like, oh, if you can see it, that means your time's running out. You're gonna turn into a full cat soon. So she has to run. She finds like this, I don't even know what they're called. There's like spirit gates.
They fucking said the name of it too, and I don't remember what it was.
Like, I know the name, I just can't think of it right now.
Starts with a T, I think.
Yeah, my mind keeps saying tarot, but it's not tarot. But it's the gates you see at like shrines, like the wooden gates. There's like a tiny version of it, and beyond that little gate is this like invisible bridge that only cats can see, and it leads you to this giant tree that reminds me of like Idrisil. And that's basically where all the like mythical cat spirit people live, and that's where she'll find the mask seller. So she goes there, and she's all alone. She doesn't really know what to do because everyone's like, I don't know who that guy is. And she comes across this one cat that's like, hey, follow me to this bar. And it's a bar full of people who full of cats that used to be people and sold their souls to the cat mask seller, basically. And they're all like, oh, wasn't it such a great decision? Like, being a human sucks. Humans do this, humans do that. They expect too much from us, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, I want to be a human again. And they instantly sympathize with her. And the mask seller comes up and they just jump his ass.
Yeah.
Like no
questions. I think that was just funny. That was amusing.
It was so weird to me though, because he's shown to have like all these powers and everything, and then they just start wailing on him, and there's nothing he can do. Like they just start bopping him. But meanwhile, the stepmom's cat has revealed to Kento Hinode that she's not a human. She's actually a cat. And by reveal, I mean she just fucking drops the bomb on him. 1 minute he's looking at like the girl who has a crush on him, the next minute he's looking at a cat holding a mask.
I think that was just like once.
Like he did like a triple take. He was like, huh? So she leads him to the Yggdrasil cat world thing. I think I have an overview. Yeah. There's like a small section, but it's like all these wooden platforms, and there's like different stores and apartments and stuff like that. And it's nothing but cat people. So they go in and they find where the mask seller is stationed, basically, and it's like they go into this room, and there's like a giant pillar, and all around the room is masks. So, do you know what the stepmom's cat's name was? Karu?
Which one?
The stepmom's cat.
Fuck.
I think it's Karu.
I think it was. Hold on.
Well, if it's not, that's what I'm calling her. Karo shows
oh, it's Kinako.
Oh, Hinako? Wow.
Kinako.
Oh.
Kinako.
Kinako. That is way off from what I said. So Kinako shows Hinode what happens with the mask. She's like, here, put this on and then do a backflip. So he does it, and he can start seeing things around him because now he's part cat. But instead of becoming like, you know, like a cat form, like what is her name? Mio. He instead just gets cat hands.
Hold on, I need 1 second. I got cold.
Alright. So he gets these cat hands, and he can now see everything around him, and it's not even explained why he doesn't get the full transformation. He's just like that. So he's chasing after Mio, and she's chasing after the mask seller, trying to get her mask back. And basically they get led into like this pit where they basically have to fight him in order to like get her soul back from him, because now he has half of it. And not to spoil too much after that, but we get a happy ending. I guess that kind of spoils everything. Yeah, they get it back for her. Again, like all the other cats from the bar show up and jump him again, like at the last moment. And again, I don't understand why he doesn't use like magic on them, but whatever. And they get her back. And what confused me was they're like, okay, it's a time limit, because even though she has her soul back or whatever it is, there's still a time limit until she becomes a permanent cat. So they have her here now. She can turn into a human, but instead they just take this slow boat ride out of the cat city back into the human world, where then she turns human. I was like, why didn't you just do it while you were there? But whatever. So they get there, and did I show the friends? Here. The female here is her best friend, and the male is his best friend. And it seems like they're like kind of getting together at the festival. And the female best friend calls and is like, where are you? And she's like, oh, I'm with him. She's like, oh my god, really, finally, who asked out who? And it's like, I asked him out. And it's all hyped for him and everything. And then like credits rolled, and me and Jay were both like, no fucking way, don't just end it there, like show us some happy stuff. But during the credits we got to see like a little animated montage of like life after the movie, where like they continue going to school, and like Mio had this thing where she would early in the morning run up to Kento and just like rocket her ass at him, and it was like the Hinode morning sunshine attack or something like that. He was really annoyed by it in the beginning of the movie.
But the sunrise attack?
Yeah. But during the credits, we get to see him do it to her now. And like he's confessed his feelings.
That was
to her
very
too.
heartwarming.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Very heartwarming.
But that about does it for the summary of what the movie is. I think I got everything.
I think that the moment I stepped away, you were like about the cat world.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's everything. I mean, the cat seller's still my favorite character, even though he's the bad guy in all of this.
Yeah, like they never really, like, very briefly they portray him as like an asshole, but pretty much throughout the movie he's just kind of like whimsical.
Yeah.
One
Like,
thing
you would think that like he'd be an asshole, and he's just not.
even when they like beat him at the end, and you're like, okay, she's on this time limit to get out, he can still like stop her. He just kind of like waves at them goodbye, like, all right, you won, whatever. I was like, okay, well, I guess he's not that bad.
Yeah, I think he's just like he's just kind of like a bigger person to just kind of tell lessons, just teach a lesson.
Yeah.
I don't think he was necessarily a bad guy.
No.
But he served his purpose.
It's the Wreck-It Ralph thing. Like, you may be a bad guy, but that doesn't make you a bad guy. One thing that you and I both noticed while watching it was like the weird way that they would frame scenes.
Yeah.
Like, there was one scene where Mio is laying underneath her bed, and she has like a curtain. It's like a study space, and she has a curtain closed off from like her waist up, and the camera's just like focused on like her crotch, and like for a very long time, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, she's a teenager. Or like early on when they were eating ice cream. Oh, I have a screenshot of it. They were eating ice cream. It's not a screenshot, that's the weird part, but she's like she's all happy here talking to her friend and everything, eating ice cream, and then like the camera zooms in on her mouth, and she just starts like seductively sucking the ice cream and licking it, and I was like, are we sure that this is like okay for us to stream? This is a little weird.
Not even a little. It was just big
It's-
weird.
it was very weird. Oh, I didn't show the mom and the stepmom getting into the fight.
Oh,
I
I
literally,
think that was funny.
I literally titled it "Cat Fight." Haha, get it? I like how they both have like the anime mom that's gonna die hairstyle.
Yeah, I honestly thought one of them was gonna die. I think I was just reading into it too hard.
And then I had shown you this after, like, pretty much immediately after we finished watching the movie together. It's like, don't you fucking dare.
It's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
I kind of wish Celeste was here for this episode so I can show her this picture.
Oh no.
I'm not a furry, but
Mm.
let me see, what else do I have here? I'm not even gonna say anything.
Oh no.
um, there's this. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. And then I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Oh man. I think this whole movie was like really good from start to finish. It was a little oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Uh,
I don't like that.
Anyway.
I mean, this is just true. This is so true because I felt like he was gonna kiss the cat
Oh, deadass.
on too many different occasions.
That's why I actually went out and looked for this picture specifically, and I titled it "He Know What They Be Like."
Oh no.
A cat is fine too.
Oh no.
But yeah, like you were saying, like it's good, but it was like awkward at first.
Yeah, because there was like really no it was like really weird at the beginning because there was like again no context
Yeah.
at all, and especially like she went off to tell her friend while they were like having ice cream about like the time that she and Hinode had spent during that festival, but it was kind of out of context because it wasn't actually her, it was Tara. But
That was kind of like weird, like mindfucky style, because we're seeing him ignore her and everything, and then we're getting these flashbacks of like him and her laying together while the fireworks go off, and having this moment. He's like, "If I didn't have you, this world wouldn't be worth anything." I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
he's down bad for her. And then you find out later that she's seeing herself
was a cat.
in like human form, but in reality she was the cat the whole time. Like that it's literally like cat he just found, and he's like, nothing in the universe matters except you. Like, all right. It's that fucking meme of like, I've had this animal for 5 minutes, but if anything happened to it, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Than myself, yeah. That's just kind of me with the cat. The cat that
Cat's
cute,
so fucking
man.
cute, bro.
Anything happened to it, I kill everyone on this planet and then myself.
It didn't look like she ever gave him back the mask, the cat mask. So like,
They
is she still able?
disappeared at the end.
Oh, did they?
They
I don't
both
remember.
disappeared at the end. Yeah, both Tara's and I mean not Tara, Hinode and Meat.
Yeah.
And I think was it Mia?
Yeah, Mia.
Mia. Yeah, both of them asked after they had left and got them back. They hit the ground and just disappeared.
I think the writing was a little weird because they like I feel like they withheld too much from us. I guess it was supposed to be like
In
this
general,
yeah.
or
Well, like about her past.
oh, I mean, yeah, but I guess it kind of made up for it when they actually went back for it when she went missing
Yeah.
in quotation marks.
But like
Because then that's when we got filled in because we were just kind of like, huh?
but then I
What?
start to think of like early on there was the one scene where she was going home and the old lady stops her and she's like, ever since that lady moved in with you, are you okay? Is she doing anything to you? Are you eating right? And they like zoom in and she has like this mark on her arm. So I'm like, oh, is the
Yeah.
stepmom like beating her? And the stepmom is like a sweetheart and like has done her no wrong. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know. That was just kind of like really weird to me. I didn't forget either. It was just really it like just never got touched on again.
Yeah. Like I really thought there was gonna be a thing where like, oh, the stepmom's beating her when the dad's at work or something. Like, no,
When
this,
dad's not home,
like stepmom wants nothing but to be a good mom for her.
and she wants nothing but the best for her stepdaughter, which is really nice.
Yeah.
You don't get
see
you don't
that
get
much.
step parents like that. Yeah.
I thought that was so weird, especially because like if it was maybe another kid in her class or something, I would probably understand it more. But this was a grown ass woman that we never see again. So you thought maybe she had some insight or like knew something about her. And then she just keeps dropping like, oh, I can't say these things out loud either, and like that kind of stuff. And it just ends up being like, yeah, my parents got divorced and I don't like my new stepmom. I guess for the age, like she's dramatic and like this might be world shattering for her. Maybe I'm just old.
Oh.
I can't relate to the kids anymore, bro. But yeah, like at first, like we saw it together. We did a watch along. So I think you could even tell like just by my commentary of when we were watching, like I was cracking a lot of jokes at first because I just was not into it at all. And then like pretty much by the halfway point, I was just invested.
When she cried.
Pretty much, yeah. And like the story changes dramatically at that point. Because until that point, it's just like unrequited love type of thing. Just like a basic. Oh, you gotta. Oh, it's small.
That's it.
Yeah, that's alright.
Man.
Up until that point, it's just basically like this weird, like unrequited love with an animal storyline, and then it suddenly becomes like this thing of There we go. Then it suddenly becomes this thing of like an alternate world where she can go and like she has this time limit set and like she might lose half her lifespan. And, like the stakes just suddenly spike, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's not what I was expecting. Because when just looking at the artwork and everything, I was like, this is gonna be a real tearjerker movie.
Yeah, this definitely caught me by a surprise.
Yeah. That's not to say I didn't like it though, because I really enjoyed it. I think I was just prepared for something else. I was prepared for like Violet Evergarden.
Oh. Oh, you just reminded me.
No, please no. Please no. I can't do it. I'm not strong enough.
Oh man.
You're like, yo, you want to do a watch along? I'll just be like.
You can do that. We can do that one for that, not the podcast, because I don't want to cry again. So
just free time.
yeah, that's a free time one.
I should look up what anime is available on like Amazon, because then I could stream it on Twitch for watch alongs. That'd be pretty dope. Oh, it's the crew.
Yeah. I was looking for just like I was just looking for like stuff in the cat world in general.
Yeah,
But
that's where they jump him for the second time.
wasn't even the first. First time was just funny.
Let me see. What rating would I get this? I actually didn't think about a rating. Um,
I just overall enjoyed it. It's kind of hard to really rate this one.
I think I'll give it a 7. It didn't really blow me away, but it was entertaining. I don't think I'll watch it again though. Like I got my fill. I get what it's about. I think I'm good.
Yeah. Um, I think I'd just overall give it a 7. It definitely threw me for a loop though. But I really did enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong folder.
Oh, don't upload any homework.
Yeah, no. uh,
I think
yeah.
if it was closer to what I was expecting, where like a real tearjerker of a movie, we'd probably have like a solid 10 in my opinion.
Yeah, if this movie made me cry, yeah, this would definitely have like better 10.
That's pretty much it. As much as I'm like, I hate watching anime that makes me emotional. I'm like, it's
But
perfect.
it's the ones that make you cry that are really good, that are
Yeah.
really well made,
Dude,
because
fucking
they make you feel something emotionally. So it's like it's it may or may not be relatable,
yeah,
or but it definitely would still hit hard.
eh? Like
Yes.
for me it would be like Angel Beats, Silent Voice, Your Lion April,
Your Line April,
Oni
yeah,
Chi Chi.
not that last one,
Why not?
not that last one. That's not anime.
What do you mean?
That's not anime.
How's that not anime?
I don't think that's anime. I think that's the wrong kind.
What do you mean the wrong? Oh, you're one of these people that's like, oh, Avatar is not anime. It's anime inspired.
Oh, here we go. Already trying to defame. Look at this. Look at this. I'm getting fucking defamed on like fucking live streams. It's crazy. I'm getting slandered. These lies. It's crazy.
Well, are you?
Huh?
Are you one
What?
of those people?
No?
So Avatar is an anime?
In my opinion, yes.
So why do you say Onichichi's not an anime?
Oh, here we
It's an
go.
animation made by Japanese people. So like, there's none of that even like, oh, it's
Is that
inspired
something
by
you would
anime.
show? Yeah, but is that something you would show to your parents?
Yes.
Um, you gotta be fucked up, bro.
I'd probably show my dad. Did you know that kinks are genetic?
Huh?
Kinks are genetic, apparently.
What the? I had you know. I had no clue.
We gonna have
This
a
is-
conversation after this podcast.
And I'm interested.
uh,
Got me. You fucking got me.
So yeah, this was
Oh.
a 7 out of 10.
Oh
It's
my
pretty
God.
good. I'd say give it a shot. Try to get past that halfway point because it's kind of just nonsense in the beginning. It's cute though. But the beginning's still cute. So what about next week?
Oh, now we're thinking about next week. Damn. No. It's funny because it was just a thought that dawned on me, but I found what we're gonna watch.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it's not tiny. Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Yeah, it's tiny.
I fucking love it.
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. I can proudly say I've never heard of this.
This is something like I stumbled across by accident. So I hope you like zombies and steampunk.
I like one of those things. I don't have much experience with the other.
We gonna learn today.
I'm just glad it's not fucking like Violet Evergarden. I was really scared.
Nah, I gotta spring that one on when you don't when you least expect it. I already you brought it up today, so it's not gonna be today.
Oh, I'm just gonna make a mental note now to always bring it up so you never choose
Oh
it.
no, nah.
From now on,
Oh, here we go.
bro. So that means I'm gonna have to like keep up the tactic of like the genre when it's my turn, and I'm gonna choose like High School of the Dead to keep the zombies.
Okay.
I don't know if we can show that one.
Mm,
There's a specific scene I'm thinking about. It involves slow motion.
the sniper rifle.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think we can show that.
Oh boy. That about does it though. I feel like this is probably a shorter one.
Yeah.
I can't tell anymore. Streamlabs used to show me the timing, and now regular OBS doesn't do that.
Oh.
Fuck it. Oh well.
Yeah. 41 minutes is pretty good.
Hey, that's actually longer than I thought.
Yeah. But once again, thanks for having me, and I will definitely be here next week.
I wonder who else will be here next week.
I was gonna make it, but you made it for me. You made it for me.
Wait, let me see if this works. Like, hey, I'm Lizer. That's Jay. And I'm Celeste.
I hate it here.
Alright, tune in next week.
See you next time.